This woman wants to buy a pair of shoes, but she can't easily decide which one to pick since she keeps going back and forth 20 times on this same inconsequential decision. Well, I think you can imagine now how much she would hesitate over her major life-altering decisions. And this boy has to study for his upcoming exams. But he can't concentrate at all, because instead of putting his focus on studying, he constantly thinks about exams day or his possible final grades. This man here very often recalls some of his old memories and tries to interpret them all. But the real problem is that he gets stuck in overanalyzing his old embarrassing moments and missed opportunities. In effect, these three people are really struggling with a chronic and toxic habit called overthinking. In fact, overthinking is a prominent characteristic of worry, rumination, and obsessive thinking. It also refers to an excessive tendency to minutely monitor, evaluate, and attempt to control all types of thoughts, especially the negative ones. Generally, overthinking revolves around ruminating about past events, such as a bad presentation you gave 2 months ago, or how bad you felt when you got rejected from a job long time ago. Or excessively worrying about the future and what it may hold for you and your family. To put it another way, overthinking occurs when a person adopts a thought process that consumes enormous mental energy or power without adding any positive value. In some cases, overthinking might be closely related to some psychological and mental health problems, such as generalized anxiety disorder or depression. And in this case, the person concerned needs to consult a professional for help. In case you're wondering if overthinking is linked to problem-solving ability, well, the answer is absolutely not. To make it clear, overthinking and problem-solving don't refer to the same thing, because problem-solving consists of thinking about difficult situations or problems when it is necessary and in order to find appropriate solutions. While overthinking, on the other hand, only entails overanalyzing and dwelling on the same problem without solving it. Here are some of the most common signs that could help you find out whether or not you are a chronic overthinker. Repetitive thoughts. It's because overthinkers tend to ruminate, rehash, and obsessively think about the same things over and over again. Hence, they repeatedly replay and nitpick in their heads most of the conversations they've had or details of events they've attended. And this negative habit leads overthinkers to a non-stop worry about uncontrollable thoughts and events. Difficulty in falling asleep. Overthinking overstimulates the mind and doesn't allow it to rest at all. With a lot of thoughts popping up and racing in their minds, overthinkers generally have trouble getting good and enough sleep at night. Difficulty in making decisions. Overanalyzing and thinking obsessively about details and possible alternatives are the main reasons why overthinkers find it hard to make decisions such as career choice or major life-changing decisions. Even the trivial decisions like which outfit to wear or what to eat for dinner might be time and energy consuming for them. Even worse, when overthinkers finally make a decision, they more often second guess it and end up being dissatisfied and full of regret. Asking oneself what if questions. Well, a lot of what if questions. Since overthinkers worry about every single detail, they unduly take into consideration every possible option and alternative, which keeps them trapped in endless circles of what if questions. All in all, we can say that overthinking hurts us more than it might help, given that it may trigger in the long run some serious mental health problems. And some of its dangerous effects are anxiety, in so much as the thoughts that are generated by overthinking create negative emotions of fear, worry, anger, and stress that could potentially cause the development of anxiety disorders. Depression. Of course, There are several causes of depression, and overthinking might be one of them, through repeatedly thinking about the past in a miserable way or carrying a heavy bag of bad experiences on one's shoulders. Insomnia. As already mentioned, overthinking hinders from getting healthy sleep to such an extent of generating chronic insomnia. Analysis-paralysis. This negative effect emphasizes how much overthinking prevents us from taking action or making the right decisions. This is why we can say that overthinking more often interferes with problem-solving process. Ultimately, overthinking is a sort of negative mental habit that can be broken with some effort and commitment. If you are a chronic overthinker, these are some strategies that would help you to overcome it. First and foremost, healthy distraction. Through selecting activities that are highly engaging and positive, such as reading inspiring books, taking classes or workshops, walking in nature or exercising, or any other type of healthy activity that you find helpful, because these activities effectively shift your attention from overthinking. Avoid fighting with your repetitive thoughts. It might seem counterintuitive, right? That putting a lot of effort into avoiding or stopping your repetitive thoughts can have a paradoxical effect. If you recall your thoughts with a non-judgmental wonder, they may increase in intensity as well as in frequency. Relate to your thoughts differently via mindfulness, meditation, or prayer. This method helps you to turn your concerns over to a higher power instead of ruminating, and it allows you to gain more acceptance and inner peace. Gain a new perspective by talking to someone you trust, such as your friend, your sister, your brother, your mentor, etc. But the only thing you need to avoid here is talking to someone who may co-ruminate with you, which can exacerbate your problem. Besides that, always remember, life is worth living no matter the challenges and problems you may encounter.